Greetings once again. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be dealing with paper 1. Purchase the prepaid electricity and received the following till slip. Note that some information has been omitted. So if you look at this till slip, we have the tax invoice, VAT number, which is 4420106777. This is a prepaid electricity. Then electricity municipal prepaid VAT registration number is written as 4370102313. Transaction sequence number, we have it there. Amount is 1,300. The units are not given. Electricity, the amount that they've used for electricity is 1,130 and 43 cents. VAT is 15%, which is represented by B. Total amount paid is 1,300. Then the first question, which is 2.1.1, it says write down the meter number. So now we have to go and look and locate for a meter number. It's in this document. It's 07. Meter number is 07 03 298 5769 2.1.2. 2.1.2, it says determine the missing value B. So we can see that B is just the difference. B is the difference between 1,300 minus 1,130.43 cents. We can just find the difference between the two. It will give us the value of B. So we are going to say 1,300 minus 1,130.43. Then B is given by 169.57. 169.57. That is the value of B. Then 2.1.3. We move to 2.1.3. It says a partial residential electricity tariff table excluding VAT is shown below. Then determine the number of kilowatts units make purchased. So if we check here, we have block 1, block 2. So block 1 accommodate 0 to 350. Block 2 accommodate more than 350. And if we are to look in the prices here, we can see block number 1 is 2.19 rands. Then this one is 2.91 rands. So now they want us to calculate the number of kilometers, kilowatts this family received after buying electricity. And again, if we can go back to the statement, we can see, or to the till slip, we can see that they have used 1,130 for electricity. So all we know is that the difference in block number 1, we must calculate the difference in block number 1, which is 350 minus 0. We can find that the difference here is 350. Let me use Then we just have to multiply the difference with a price to check the amount that they've used to buy electricity in the first block. So 350 multiplied by 2 rand and 19. We found that they have used 766.50. For the first block, they've used 766.50 cents for the first block. And the total amount of money that they've used, this family, is 1,000, excluding VAT, don't forget, is 1,180.43. We just have to remove this 766.50 that they've used in block number 1. We found that after removing that amount, 1,130.43 minus the previous answer, we remain with 363.93. This 363.93, they've used it in block number 2. So in block number 2, if you check, the price or the unit's price is 2 rand and 91 cent. You just divide this amount by 2 rand and 91 cent to find the number of kilowatts they've used in block number 2. So we just take the answer that we have, we divide it by 2 rand, 91. We found out that in block number 2, they've received this number of kilometers, which is 125,061,8557 kilowatt hour. So now we have to calculate the total units that they've used that they've bought, with this amount of 1,130. We are going to say is equals to, the final amount is equals to, block number 1 we said is 350. Block number 2 we said is 125,062. So we are going to find that the total, the number of kilowatts they've received with that amount is 475, comma 06, if you are to round out, if you are to round this, 06 kilowatt per hour. So this is the amount of kilowatt that they have received with that amount of 1,180. Don't forget, you are not going to use 1,300 because 1,300 is the combination of the amount used to purchase the electricity and the VAT. So you just have to concentrate only on the amount that you have used to buy electricity, which is 1,130. And then we know that the first block, they've occupied the entire block, which is 350. Got Jonathan? 350 multiplied by 2,19, we found that they've used 766.50 cents for block number 1 only. Then from there you find the difference between the original amount that they've used to buy electricity with the amount that they've used to buy electricity only for block number 1. We found that the difference is 363.93. Then you divide this 363.93 with the unit's price of block number 2. And then it gives us 125,006,18557 kilowatt hour. This is the amount of kilowatt they've used in block number 2. And then you just say this 350 from block number 1 plus this 125 from block number 2. Combined, they give us 475.06 kilowatt hour they've used for electricity. So we move to the next question. Let me erase here. Please don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment If you have a question, just leave your comment on the comment section. I will try by all means to get back to you. Even though I'm not going to respond all the inbox, but one or two I'll be able to respond them. Now we move to 2.2. It says that McKay plans to install a home solar system units consisting of solar panels, a battery and inverter. She sees the advertisement below in a community newspaper showing the two different payment options for the same units. So if you look here, the advertisement say option 1, rent to own, you pay for 7 years at 1,549 per month with an additional cost of 782 initiation fee and buy out after rental period of 7,820. Then for option number 2 is a cash price of 78,200 rand, which include VAT on it. So moving to the first question of this one, it wants you to write down the monthly installment for the rent to own options. If we check here, is 1,549. This is the monthly installment for the rent to own options. Then 2.2.2, it says that calculate, excluding VAT, the cash price of a home solar system units. So now they want you to calculate what? VAT exclusive. VAT is going to be U over K multiplied by amount. U over K multiplied by amount. U stand for unknown value. K stand for known value. You should not forget, when we are dealing with the inclusive and the exclusive, this is the percentage. Inclusive is equals to 115%. Exclusive is equals to 100%. So in this case, what are we looking for? We are looking for exclusive, which is our unknown. Our unknown here is 100. And then the amount that we are given here, it is VAT inclusive. It means that 115 is known. 115 is known. Multiply by what? The amount. What is the amount that we are talking about? We are talking about 78,200 rands. So we just use a calculator to find the answer on that one. We are going to say 100 over 115 multiplied by 78,200 rands. We found that it's 68,000 rands. The VAT exclusive price is going to be 68,000 rands. 68,000 rands. Moving to 2.2.3. 2.2.3, it says that after 7 years, McKay decide to buy out the rent to own option. Calculate the extra amount she has paid compared to buying the home solar system units for cash. 7 years. 7 years, we know that is how many months? We're going to say 7 multiplied by 12. 7 multiplied by 12. 7 multiplied by 12 is 84 months. This person paid for 84 months. Paid for 84 months. And then the amount that this person have paid for 84 months was 1,549. Don't forget, each and every month this person is paying 1,549. And if you can go back to option number 1, we can see that we're also having what? The additional fees of 782 plus the additional fee again of 7,820. So for option number 1, after 7 years, this person will have paid this amount. Let's do the calculations. 84,000 multiplied by 1,820 84 months multiplied by 1,549 plus 782 plus 7,820. We see that this person at the end of 84 months, which is 7 years, will have paid 138,718. This is the amount of money that you will have paid after 7 years. So the question was, calculate the difference. Calculate the difference between option 1 and option 2. So now we can see that this is option 1. We must remove option 2. Option 2 is 78,200 rands. Let's see how much extra amount she will have paid. So we're gonna say this amount minus 78,200 rands. We found that is 60,000. This is the extra amount that this person will have paid. 60,518 rands. 50,518 rands. So this person will have paid 60,518 rands extra amounts if chose option 1. Moving to the next question, people. Our next question is 2.3. Mikhail is 45 years old and earns a monthly taxable income of 39,275 and 85 cents. In the 2023-2024 tax year, she does not belong to any medical aid. Annexure A shows the annual tax table for individual for the 2023-2024 tax year. Use Annexure A and the information above to answer questions that follows. The first question says that identify the tax brackets that Mikhail will use to calculate her tax payable. The tax brackets, don't forget, the tax brackets is already converted into an annually income. So what we need to do, we can see that this person is earning the monthly taxable income of 39,000. So now what we need to do is to calculate the annually taxable income, which is going to be the monthly taxable income multiplied by 12, which is going to be the monthly taxable income multiplied by 12. And the monthly taxable income of this person is 39,275 and 85 cents. We multiply this by 12. We found that in a year, she's earning this amount. Let's do the calculations. 39,275 and 85 cents multiplied by 12. In a year, this person, she's earning 471,000 and 310 rands and 20 cents. So if you go and check in tax table here, where does this amount located? You can see that this amount is between 370 and 512. So which is tax bracket C. I'm gonna say therefore tax brackets C. Tax bracket C. Now we move to 2.3.2. So the answer for the first one is tax bracket C. You find it by first converting the monthly taxable income into an annually taxable income by multiplying that by 12. Then it takes us to tax bracket C. Next question says that calculate Mikhail annually taxable payable for the 2023-2024 tax year. So we already have identified tax brackets C. So what we need to do is to go and copy down tax bracket C. That's the first step before you do any calculations. We are now going to say 7,362 plus 31%. 31% of taxable income above what? 370, 500. Above 370, 500. So now, after doing it, you take your pencil in the exam room. Where is written percentage, you just say over 100. Where is written off, you just open a bracket and go and close the bracket the other side. Where is written taxable income, don't forget the previous question we have calculated the taxable income. You just write 471,310,20. Where is written the word above, you just write minus. So now if you can check, you have interpreted that in the best way. So what you need to do now, you have to write this in the way of answering this question now. So we are now going to start by what? Equal sign. I'm going to say is equals to 77362 plus 31 over 100. Now you write, you combine what you have written with a pen and what you have written with a pencil. Instead of writing off, you open the brackets. You're going to say 471,310,20 minus 370,500. So we are moving to the next step. The next step, we have to remind ourselves by a smash, meaning that we start with subtractions, which is inside the brackets. We're going to say 77362 plus 31 over 100. The bracket means multiplication. You can change that bracket into multiplication. Then you are now going to say that 471,310,20 minus 370,500. We found that the difference between the two is 100,810. 100,810,20. Now we go to M, stand for multiplication. We're gonna say 77362 plus, let's do the multiplication, the amount that we have multiplied by what? 31 over 100. We found that it's 31,251. 31,251,162. Then we go to A, which is what? Addition. Now we just have to add the 2. Say plus 77362. We found that the person supposed to be paying 108,613,162. This is the amount of tax this person supposed to be paying. But because of a rebate is going to reduce this amount. So the rebate of the person, we look at the age of this person. We found that the age of the person is 45. So because she is 45 years old, she only qualify the first rebate, which is our primary rebate of 17,235. So we just remove that rebate. It's gonna say minus 17,235. We found that this person, she is now going to pay the amount of 91,378,16 cents. So this is the amount that she's going to pay for tax. This question, it was question 2, contain 30 marks. As we move, now we are moving to question 3. It reads, Lecture B shows 2 graphs. Graph 1 shows the trend in the total number of ShopRite and Pick and Pay stores for the period of 2014 to 2023. Graph 2 shows the trend in the total number of employees in these 2 stores for the period of 2005 to 2023. Use Annexure B and the information above to answer the questions that follows. Let's look at Annexure B. If you look at Annexure B here, we are having the graph. the trend in the total number of stores. ShopRite is represented by line, then Pick n Pay is represented by dotted lines. If you look at 2014, ShopRite had 1,581 stores, while Pick n Pay had 1,128 stores. We move like that. The graph was going up and down, up and down. Forward to 2023, ShopRite had 3,543 stores, while Pick n Pay had 2,204 stores. Graph 2, the trend in the total number of employees. If you can check here, Pick n Pay have 90,000 employees. That was the highest recorded in 2023. And then ShopRite had 153,726 employees recorded in 2023 also. So let's look at these questions. It says that identify the year in which there was a decrease in the number of employees in the Pick n Pay stores for the first time. Number of employees decrease in the number of employees for the first time. Pick n Pay. Pick n Pay, we can see that is the number of employees. We can see that from 2014, the other graph of number of employees, it went down. From 2014, it went down. So we can say 2015. This is where we are having the decrease of 2015. And then 3.1.2. 3.1.2, it says, it is projected that the number of Pick n Pay stores will increase by 95.39% from 2023 to 2032. Determined by means of calculation the projected number of Pick n Pay stores in 2032. So if you can check here, there is a projection that it will increase by this number of percentage. So currently in 2023, we're having 2,204 stores. So let's increase them by this percentage that they've given us of 95.39 over 100 multiplied by the number of stores, which is 2,204 plus 2,204. So let's see how many stores are they going to get. We are now going to have 95.39 over 100 multiplied by 2,204 plus 2,204. We found that they will be having 4,306 stores. Don't forget, we're talking about the number of stores. We cannot round up. We just take the whole number. We just take the whole number. And then 3.1.3. 3.1.3, it says, an analyst stated that ShopRite employed more employees per store than Pick n Pay during 2023. Verify showing all calculation whether the analyst statement is valid or not. So we can, let's go and check. We have a ShopRite and Pick n Pay. We can start by ShopRite. ShopRite. If you look at this graph here, if you can look at this graph, you can see that the ShopRite had this amount of employees, which is 153,726. divide by the number of stores. How many stores do we have? We are having 3,543. 3,543. We can find the number of employees at ShopRite by saying 153,726 divided by 3,543. We find that it's having 43 employees. 43 employees. 43 employees. Let's go to Pick and Pay. Pick and Pay is having how many employees? 90,000 divided by the number of stores of 2,204. How many employees do we have here? 90,000 divided by 2,204. We found that this one is having 40 employees. 40 employees. And the question says that analysts stated that ShopRite employed more. You can see that ShopRite is having 43. This one is having 40. Valid. The statement is valid. The statement is valid. Now we move to the next question. Because of space, I'm just going to squeeze it here. 3.1.4. 3.1.4, it says that determine as a percentage the probability of randomly selecting a year where the number of ShopRite store is fewer than 2,000. So the probability, we know that we're going to say probability is equal to, let's check how many years do we have in this graph. We are having 2014 up to 2023, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know that we are going to divide by 10 because they said as percentage you are going to multiply by 100. You should not forget. So now let's go and check ShopRite having less than 2,000 stores. We can see that 2014 our graph is below 2,000. 2015 our graph is also below 2,000. 2016 our graph is also below 2,000. So we're gonna say 3 times. It happened 3 times. So it's 3 over 10 multiplied by 100. It's 30%. It's 30%, not 3%. 30%. 30%. 30%, not 3%. Let's move to the next question. If we look at the next question, it says that a study relating to the amount of time spent in minutes by a selected number of customers in the store was conducted on a particular Saturday. On that Saturday, a total of 12,343 customers visited the store. So the first customer spent around 12 minutes. We have 15 minutes, 25 minutes, 25 minutes, 40 minutes, 28 minutes, 18 minutes, 23 minutes. So all these numbers that you see here represent the number of minutes spent on that particular shop on a particular Saturday. So now they are saying that write down the number of customers that represented the sample space and the number of customers represent the population size of this study. So we can see that the sample space, only 32 were considered, but the population is 12,000, is 12,342. So the store received 12,342 customers, but the study concentrated only on 32 of them. So that's why we're saying that the sample space is 32, then the population size is 12,342. Moving to 3.2.2. 3.2.2 say that choose the correct option A, B, C, D, or E that represent the stage in the data handling process that uses the measure of central tendency and the spread. So this one is very easy. We know that is E, is when you are analyzing data. It's E when you analyze data. 3.2.3. Give reason why the value 127 is considered to be the outlier in the data set. So if you can go and check here, all the numbers that we have here are less than 100. All of them are less than 100. Or I can say that they're even less than 70. All of them, they're less than 70. Only 127 is the biggest number. Only 127 is the biggest number. And if you can look, the number that comes after this 127 is 67, if I'm not mistaken. So you look at the difference between 127 and 67 is very big. That's the reason why we are saying that it is an outliner. It's because difference between 67 and 127 is huge compared to other differences that we have here among these numbers. The reason is because 127 and the number that comes after it, which is 67, is very huge. The difference there is very huge. That's the reason why we are saying that is the outlier. So I believe you heard that. Let me just move to 3.2.4. It says that shown below in rank order is selected data of the time spent by customers in the store and an incomplete box and whisker plot of the same data. So if you can check, now they are saying that this number are arranged in order. They are arranged in order. So we are having 32 numbers here. We are having 32 numbers. There are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 32. They are arranged in order. So the first question is, say, calculate the value of the upper quantile. So the upper quantile, don't forget, when you are having data, let's say we are having data like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me say that we're having data like this. When you are to look for the upper quantile, if they say look for the upper quantile, the first step that you need to do, you must look for a median first. So we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see this one going to be our median. So if this is our median, we are having the upper part of this data and the lower part of this data. So from the upper part of this data, we are also having what? A median here, which is going to be our Q3. Our median again this side is going to be our Q1. So now they want you to find the Q3. So what we need to do here is to first identify our median number here. So if you can check here, we're having 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 17. 18, 19, 22. So I said all these numbers are 32. We are going to say 32 divided by 2. We can see that position 16 is where we are going to get our median. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is at 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can see that 23 and 23, they are going to give us our median. So after getting our median, we must find our upper quantile. We count from the last 23. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now we are having 16 numbers. We divide it by 2. So now we are going to go to position 8 and position 9 of the upper half of this data to find our upper quantile. So which is, we count from the last 23. We're going to have 23, 24, 25, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So we can see that our Q3 is between 28 plus 29. We divide it by 2. We divide it by 2. So when you divide this by 2, we are going to get 28,5. 28,5 is going to be our upper quantile, which is 3 marks. It was question A. Question A. Now we move to question B. Question B says, Vuyo stated that if the outlier moved value was removed from the data set, the new interquartile value will be 13. So it means that the new data, we are now going to have 31 data because 127 is going to be removed from the data. 127 is going to be removed from the data. So we must now calculate our new quantile 1 and our new quantile 3. So quantile 1, if you do the very same thing that I've told you, we just, this is already arranged in order. We have to find our new median. We can see that our median is somewhere there at 23. 23 is now our median. The second 23 is now our median. So if you can count another median from the lower part, is going to take us to what? To 28. Is it 28? To 15, I mean. So our Q1 is going to be 15. Our Q1 is going to be 15. And our new Q3 is now going to be what? If you count from 23 upwards, it's going to take us to 28. Now, 28 is going to be our Q3. Now, when we are to calculate the interquartile range, which is interquartile range is going to be Q3 minus Q1. In this case, our Q3 is 28, our Q1 is 15. We just use a calculator to find the answer here. We found that is 13. And then this is a valid statement. This is a valid statement. This is question 2, 30 marks. I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, please.